Kirsty Sharman. I'm Kirsty Carrot on Twitter. And a lot of what I do in the industry in South Africa and in the last 6 months in London as well is helping brands find the right influencers to collaborate with them, helping brands create content with these influencers, and helping brands report on them. Why it's important for brands to personalize their content. And I don't think we need to talk about why that's important. I think all of us sitting here in a marketing department understand that it is. I think what's really important for us as marketers is how we do it and understanding those metrics. Digital is forcing us as marketers to turn to mobile. Digital is forcing us as marketers to find the best ways to personalize our content, because consumers are digital. Consumers are telling us where our brands have to be. And if you just go to Times Square and have a look around and have a look at how many people are looking down and not looking up, I think we'll understand that. Social media happened. It wasn't necessarily that anything any of us sitting in the room planned, but it happened. And it's changed the way that ourselves as marketers, and it's changed the way that brands have to personalize their content and engage with their consumers. Business to consumer marketing is out. And what that means is, that means a brand or a message, a brand taking a message and sharing it with a consumer. And what's coming in, whether we like it or not, is a person who, usually in our case is an influencer, taking a branded message and sharing it with a consumer. And we have to be able to adapt and evolve to these things and understand what's working and what's not. Essentially, Theodora Lee is one of South Africa's fastest rising YouTube stars. She's got 43,000 Twitter followers. The audience is between mostly the ages of 15 and 18. There's a female skew. She's got 230 YouTube subscribers. As a brand trying to target 18-year-old girls and Ryan, who do we think is more likely to really make it personal? Who's more likely to convince Ryan to share what he thinks Fanta tastes like? Is it if Fanta tells Ryan to do it, or is it if Theodora tells Ryan to do it? And I think we all know what the answer is. We believe that personalization through influencer marketing is one of the best ways to build trust with your consumers. Maybe they don't want to talk to us all the time. Maybe we need to work with other people. Are we always the best person to tell our story? Who is the right person to share this message with the audience? And sometimes the answer is you as a brand, and sometimes the answer isn't. This kind of sums up influencer marketing in one slide for me. So that's essentially where they wanted to go, and they said, okay, we've only got a short space of time. We don't have 2 years to do a content marketing schedule and grow a fan base of 500,000, but sort of by next week, we need other people to start talking about this campaign. And they'd essentially just used influencers, or Theodora Lee in this case, as a shortcut to get them there quicker. I think just something else to mention is that more and more brands are thinking about the best way to make content people actually care about. So this just goes down to the personalization point. But the interesting thing is the progress of brands realizing, this just proves to me that brands are knowing, they're starting to pick up that we might have to get other people to talk about our content. So 2013, 2014, 2015, the spike in the term influencer marketing on Google grew so much that Google actually classified as a breakout trend. But what are the lessons that we can learn that we can try and mimic and we can try put into our strategies? And for me, that's spend less of your marketing budget on billboards and more on creating meaningful connections with influencers, ambassadors, and people who can tell your story in a personal way. Webfluential is building the smartest technology for brands and social influencers to connect, tell stories, and positively influence consumers. This is quite a boring slide about all the... Oh, there we go. But for us, this is a business, so if you just look at our technology, and we've spoken a lot about the creative and the fluffy side of it, but if you were looking for a partner to be able to help you with the tech side of it, what our tech does is help save you time when searching for and pricing influencers, centralized collaboration between internal teams and influencers, report on exact metrics of each influencers, monitor competitor brands and campaigns, handle multiple transactions, and I think the most important thing is build lasting relationships with rising social stars. So what we really try and help brands do is find and connect with the people that are tomorrow's YouTube stars, and allow you to build a relationship with them over time. And that's it from me. Are there any questions?